Adam22 and the No Jumper podcast just got exposed big time, boys. Now I'm going to assume that most of you guys watching this video know what No Jumper is and who Adam22 is. But just in case you don't, No Jumper is a channel here on YouTube that over the past 5, 6, maybe even 7 years has been giving us interviews with some of the most popular rappers at the time, like the X interview, the Lil Pump interview. Many famous rappers from a couple of years ago went on the No Jumper podcast and went for an interview, and because of that, the No Jumper has become kind of the place that rappers go when their music is starting to blow up and they actually want to get a face out there and have people listen to what they have to say. They go on the No Jumper podcast, and usually those podcasts do really good, especially if you're a top tier rapper. And of course, the man behind the entire No Jumper podcast and everything about it is Adam22. And if you follow the music industry at all in any way, you know exactly who Adam22 is. And at the time, 6, 7 years ago, around the 2015, 2016, 2017 era of music, things were really starting to change here on YouTube. The whole YouTube Vivo thing, where every artist had a Vivo account here on YouTube, that was starting to stray away. People weren't doing that anymore, and artists were starting to upload their own music to their own YouTube channels that they made themselves. And in today's world, that sounds normal, but again, 2016, 2015, this was a completely new idea. And Adam22 was one of the very few people at the time that were giving us interviews with these new artists that were becoming really big. He also has a second podcast that he does with his girlfriend Lena the Plug, where they quite literally have sex with OnlyFans girls for their OnlyFans account and then bring them on the podcast and have interviews with them. And although that's not what I'm here to talk about in this video, this entire situation with him and his girlfriend has been under a lot of fire recently, with a lot of girls coming out and saying they feel pressured to have sex with Adam and his girlfriend for their OnlyFans account, or they won't actually put these girls on the interviews on their YouTube channel. I'm not going to get into that today, but it is something to keep in mind considering the other allegations that Adam22 is now facing. So about a week or so ago, there was a live stream, a interview that was going on the No Jumper podcast. Now, Adam22 wasn't in this interview. He wasn't doing this one. I think there's a lot of separate interviews that go on the No Jumper channel that Adam22 isn't even involved in. He just makes money off of them. So there was this interview going on that was being streamed straight to the No Jumper channel. And in this live stream, they had a guy that goes by the name of Mr. Catch-em-all, or the official Perv Busters on Instagram. Now, I don't know if they knew who this guy was. I'm going to assume they knew who he was, and that's why he was there for the interview. Now, we only have a really small clip of this interview and of this live stream. It was taken down extremely quickly after this, and I can't find anything other than this 10 or 15 second clip. But from what I can tell, they were talking about people doing bad things and if you're able to forgive someone for doing something really bad. And that's when Mr. Catch-em-all brings up some past allegations that resurfaced of Adam sleeping with a 16-year-old girl when he was 23. And only a short few seconds after he said that, the live stream actually ended.
He'd be an ex-pedophile.
Is no forgiveness for that? No.
He be
So
a murderer?
wait, no. So what's up with these allegations of Adam fucking with a 16-year-old?
Nah, come on, bro. We can't do that, man.
What
come
you mean
on,
we can't
man.
do that?
Come on,
But
bro.
wait, no. I'll be a hypocrite if I don't.
Now, I think it goes without saying that Adam's co-host or whoever was hosting this live stream on this interview, the fact that he instantly goes to end the live stream as soon as these allegations are brought up, without a doubt is extremely sketchy, and I don't think I even really need to say that. If Adam's team had never heard of these allegations before, they probably would have had this guy guy elaborate on what he was saying, but it's very clear that Adam's team was prepared for something like this to happen just based off the fact that he instantly turned around and ended the live stream as soon as he heard this. So the Mr. Catch-em-all guy must have been prepared for this to happen as well, because as soon as the live stream ended, he actually pulls out his phone and he starts live streaming to Instagram, I believe. And pretty soon after that, Adam22 himself actually comes into the room to see why the live stream ended.
I don't think that Adam has seen it yet.
Look at you. Why you worried about if he seen it, bro?
He came back here. I don't know, yo.
You got kicked off?
Yeah.
What for?
No.
Hey, what happened?
No.
You leaked
I
your
ended.
address again?
No. Feel me? Nah, feel me? You know, like some things were said like towards the end where, you know.
About who, Lush?
It was about you.
Yeah, you feel
Who
me?
said?
I did.
What?
I was like, you feel me?
You want me to talk? If you want me to tell him, you about to tell him. You want me to tell him? So look, bro.
So pretty much.
So look, bro. I can't look. I'm a perv buster. I catch online pedophiles. So we talking about the whole lust situation and everything, but I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address the situation that happened with you.
There is no situation with me.
The one where you was messing with the 16-year-old girl.
It never happened. What do you think happened? The article says
I'm going
I
off-
was 19 when I met her.
She was 19 when you met her.
Yeah. The article says it.
So, but what did you say?
I said that I spoke to her on the phone when she was 16 before I realized that she was.
All right,
she
well,
was
That's
underage.
how we catch a lot of.
That's how we
She was
catch him.
Canadian. She didn't even know that she was doing something fucked up.
It don't even matter, but that's how we
That's
catch
cool that
him.
you feel-
So basically what is going on here is Adam is trying to claim that a couple of articles that actually talked about the situation claim that the girl was 19 and Adam was 23 years old. Now I don't know exactly what articles Adam22 is talking about. There is plenty of evidence out there that this girl was 16 at the time of her and Adam having a sexual relationship, but I can't find any evidence of her being 19. But after only a few seconds and a little bit more pressure put on Adam, he actually does admit that he spoke to the girl when she was 16, but still claims that nothing happened until she was 19 years old. And right here, it kind of just feels like Adam is starting to crumble under the pressure and he's starting to slip up and say things that maybe he doesn't really mean and maybe he doesn't really mean to say.
I felt like you were gonna come on my platform and expose me though. Like, why?
No,
why you let this happen?
it was just in the midst of the conversation. It was in the midst of he didn't. Hey, it's not on him on nothing. It was in the midst of the conversation.
But you came on my platform and spread lies like that.
Lies?
Lies.
Is it lies?
I mean, you could have done some research and figured out any.
Did you talk to her when you were 16?
For like 5 minutes when I was 21. I'm 39.
You wasn't 23.
I was.
fair,
I might have been 21, 22.
How you don't know? How you don't know if you was
Because it was
21?
20 years ago.
It still happened though, but we can't take that jacket off.
Wait, right?
We can't take that jacket off for
To be fair,
nobody.
right?
You gotta go.
Hey man, you know.
All you got.
Let's go. Look, yeah, season 6, nigga. Get mine. I'll keep the cut.
So Mr. Catch-em-all continues to pressure Adam and ask him questions, and it just seems like the more questions Adam is getting asked, the more and more he's getting flustered, and the more and more it seems like he's about to slip up. So finally he just flat out says, "Hey, you gotta get the fuck out."
We parked in the front. We gotta go through the back door now? Yeah. Oh yeah, man, he kicking us out, bro. He kicking us out. Why you kicking us out, bro?
Because I don't appreciate you guys coming on my platform and spreading lies like that.
It's not lies.
It's
It's not lies. It's something that you admitted, though. Thank you. You was 23. She was 16. I'm a perv buster. What you think I'm here doing? I'm here on business. I'm a perv buster. You was talking to a girl. You was 16. I mean, she was 16. You was 23. Stop it. What you talking about?
Although Adam was slipping up at the end and it seemed like he really didn't know what to say without making him sound bad, he did deny the allegations all the way through and he continued to claim that she was 19 at the time of them having an actual sexual relationship. Now, we don't have any 100% proof of Adam22 having this relationship with a 16-year-old girl, although there is a lot of stuff out there that gives us a pretty strong idea that this entire entire situation is actually true, including a blog post that Adam22 made himself, I believe back in like 2009, where he quite literally admits to having a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old girl. Now, I'm not going to read the entire blog post out in this video. There are plenty of other videos out there on YouTube where people do go through all of the evidence on Adam22, but I do want to read this one sentence for you guys because it's pretty damning if you ask me. So it says, now any of the math inclined out there are probably reading this and thinking something like, she's 19 now, you were 23 then, how old was she then? Well, she was 16, but come on man, look at her. She's 18 or 19 in most of these pics here, but she didn't look much different at all then. Now, I could make the argument that the age of consent is 16 in Canada, but really fucking argument, she was stupid hot and I wanted in. Now, like I said, that is a direct quote from Adam on the blog post that he posted about 12 or 13 years ago, probably way before he was famous and way before he ever thought he would have 4 million subscribers here on YouTube. Now, because of all of these allegations resurfacing, and I say resurfacing because this actually happened back in 2018, there was a ton of blogs posted about this situation, but it seems like for the most part, it was shoved under the rug up until, of course, 2023, where we are now, when Mr. Catch-em-all exposed Adam. It kind of made everybody realize that, holy shit, this has been going on for years and Adam got away with this. But people actually went back, and I don't know if these tweets were already out there and other people just found them, or if Adam quite literally never deleted these tweets, but a lot of Adam's old tweets have came out, and holy fucking shit, if you thought that blog post was bad, tighten up those seatbelts, boys, because these tweets are fucking insane. Now, I want to be clear, the very likely possibility that a couple of these tweets aren't real. Of course, it's very easy to fake tweets, especially in the year 2023, but from everything I can tell, everything I've seen online, it does seem like these tweets are real. But obviously, take all of this with a grain of salt. Also, you might notice that a lot of these tweets are from 09 and 2010. Adam, I do believe, was around 21, 22 at the time of 09 and 2010. So just imagine if I got on Twitter right now and started tweeting out shit like this. It was basically the same thing. So the first tweet I got from you was back in 2010, April 7th of 2010 to be exact, and it was at 11:30 at night, so who knows what bro was thinking about. But he says, I would almost rather sexually harass than have sex. You ever get so mad because of a traffic jam that you just roam the streets and rape people? What's with all these cute little girls adding me? Send me a message so I know who you are. So you're saying you wouldn't suck an 11-year-old's dick? Can any and all hot high school students stop following me on Instagram? I have enough temptation in my life as is. And to finish it all off, he just says simply, let's fuck the kids. Now, I gotta be completely honest with you guys, I don't know what to make of these tweets. Obviously, I'd like to think that bro was just joking, but I can't really find what's funny about this. Like, did he tweet this out and expect people to laugh? And why exactly was any of this crossing your mind? I don't really find it funny to tweet out, can any and all hot high school kids stop following me? That's not really funny, bro. Now, let me know if I'm wrong. I was only 8 years old in the year 2009, so I didn't have a fucking Twitter account, but I really feel like there was never a point in time on Twitter where someone saw this tweet and found it funny. Let me know if you were on Twitter in 2009 and 2010. I just feel like Twitter was never that wild. As wild as Twitter used to be, I feel like it never quite reached this point of just pure degenerosity. It really seems like to me that Adam22 was being a straight up fucking weirdo on the early days of the internet, way before he realized that all of this was gonna come back and bite him in the ass. But I want you boys to let me know down in the comment section, what do you think about this entire situation? Do you think this is gonna have an effect on Adam22 and the No Jumper podcast? Personally, I don't think this is actually going to affect anything. We're at the point in the world where if you have a big enough following, you can get away with shit like this, especially since it was 10, 12 years ago. It was a really long time ago, and we don't have any actual evidence of this happening. We have a lot of stuff that makes it seem like it is really true, but without any true evidence, without an an actual conviction towards Adam22, this will never actually be able to be proved, and he's just going to continue to deny it. And very likely, just like back in 2018, over time people are just gonna kind of forget. I do think it's really damning though that Lil Pump himself, someone who really used to be close to Adam22, came out and basically admitted that Adam22 was fucking around with girls that were the same age as him back when he was 16. That was the clip that I showed at the beginning of this video, and I really just feel like that clip and everything else surrounding Adam22 makes it very clear and very obvious that this shit is true. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought about the situation. Leave a like on the video, it helps your boy out a ton. Thank you so much to my members, Jubear and that archive guy. You two are absolutely insane, and I will see you boys in the next one. Peace.